senior from Baltimore, played his basketball on the high school level at Polytechnic High School, one of the powerhouse sports schools in Baltimore for many years. Then played 3 seasons at the University of Dayton for the Flyers before transferring to Delaware State for his senior year here. So those will be our starters here this afternoon as we get ready for action in just a couple of minutes here. The official sponsors of HSRN are American Spirit Federal Credit Union, Thrive Physical. Against Coppin State, coming out with that 77-68 win. It was a convincing win for both the men and the women on Saturday. The women winning their game by 17, the men by 9. But even right down the stretch, they had control of that basketball game.
Yeah, it appears that they played with a great deal of confidence, just trying to bring the game to a close. And that was kind of something a little different, and it's something, a real big positive to see coming down the back stretch of the season here. But they played with a tremendous amount of confidence and had some people who kind of been playing up and down a bit to step up. In particular, Pinky Wiley had played extraordinarily, and his boost, they are going to very much need tonight as well.
Chris Sodom will be getting into his 4th game of the season here today, and we all anticipated his final steps to the court. He got in the 2 games down at North Carolina against Central and A&T, made his home debut on Saturday, had 8 points in that game. All of them came off dunks. He gets underneath there and they feed him, and we're not sure if his feet even come off the floor when he dunks the ball. At 7'3", he reaches those arms up, and if he does have to jump up, he doesn't have to jump far to be able to slam that ball through. He will not start here. They're giving him time to develop. But this big sophomore at 7'3", the center, is going to be phenomenal for Delaware State for a couple of years here. He's from Washington, D.C., played 6 games for Georgetown and then left the Hoyas. Had to sit out a year here at Delaware State because of the transfer rules, and then had to sit out a little bit of extra time because of some academic situations. Finally got eligible, and they were able to get him into the game before the month of January ended.
Well, I'll tell you, he proved to be a big boost for the team on Saturday, coming in and getting some really impressive dunks. They threw him an alley-oop, got him a dunk, and I think the kids are really excited about having the addition of him being a part of the team, and he'll get an opportunity to begin to, become more influential as the season progresses.
He's the kind of player, too, that can bring the 6th man, and I'm talking about all these students that come to these games here at Delaware State. He'll get the 6th man into the game when he comes up with one of those big dunks, and all of a sudden, this place explodes.
Well, they played some outstanding basketball on Saturday. Let's see if we can get a continuation. I think Coach Skeeter's beginning to get a little more comfortable with his lineup and playing with a little more size as well.
And the Hawks control the opening tip. It goes to Deshaun Phillip, and he'll pass it off to Brian Arusha. Arusha, left side. They want 3 right away, and they get it from Deshaun Phillips right in front of the Hornets bench. 3-0 right off, almost off the opening tip for Maryland Eastern Shore. It's Pinky Wiley working to the left side to Crosby. John Crosby looks, comes across. They double up on him. He'll send it down inside to Fahim Janetto. Now to Amir Bennett, left side of the lane. Kick it back out to Crosby. Crosby, 5 seconds shot clock. Crosby has to look, and they're going to call him.
They called him for double dribble.
Double dribble.
That's double dribble.
Yep. Turnover to the Hawks. They lead 3-0 immediately in the game here. It's Gabriel Giamfi feeding it off to Deshaun Phillip. He's the big guy for UMES, and already he has them out to a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, Hawks showing a little pressure here on a 1-2-1-1.
Crosby, from about a third of the way up the court, dropped in a 3. 5-3 game, as Crosby said. Let's get some points on the board. There's Pinky Wiley out hustling a player to the ball, passing off at the last moment to Amari Pete Green. And before Pete Green can get a shot off, they're going to call a foul as Wiley was driving inside. It'll be Brian Arusha called for the first foul of the game with 18:42 left in the half. Good hustle by Wiley there to take that ball away from the Hawks and then make the move to the basket. Looked like he was going for the layup, and then he saw teammate Amari Pete Green and passed off to him, but he had already drawn the foul. Gets it into Crosby. Crosby top of the key, looks up, decides not to shoot. Amari Pete Green on the baseline move, goes for the layup. He gets fouled. Deshaun Phillip gets called for the foul. And it'll send Amari Pete Green to the line for the first time today. 17 of 27 on the season. That is 63%, but right now he's going to shoot 2. And he can contribute. We've seen a couple of times this season where he has made a big difference for this Hornet team.
Yeah, I know when they played at North Carolina A&T, they were on the road, but he had his season high of 21 points.
Second shot goes in, and he ties it at 5.
Hornets showing a little full court man-to-man here.
18 and a half minutes left in the first half. He'll guard Deshaun Phillip, and he gets a tough job doing that. Ahmad Frost. Frost sends it right side to Phillip. Phillip gets it to Arusha out near center court, trying to get around Pinky Wiley. No easy task either. They left Phillip alone on the right side looking for 3. It misses, and it is Fahim Janetto with the rebound for Delaware State. He gets to Crosby. Crosby for 3. Crosby drops it in for 3, and the Hornets go into the lead 8-5. Crosby with 2 field goals, both from outside the arc on the game. He's been a little bit off his normal pace of 20 points per game. Looks like he wants to pick things back up here today. Shot missed by Maryland Eastern Shore. Hornets rebound. Crosby left side, steps back outside the arc. He got another one. Oh, he's feeling it already, Coach.
I tell you what, he's 3 for 3. Look out, people.
11-5 lead for Delaware State. Inside pass on the move to Ahmad Frost. Couldn't handle it. It went out of bounds, but it was touched by Delaware State as they tried to break up the pass. Hawks will keep the ball with 21 seconds on the shot clock. We have 17:27 left in the first half.
Crosby started off on fire here, 3 for 3 behind the arc.
Brian Arusha gets it in to Phillip. Phillip goes to the left side to Kanan Bartley. Bartley gets it off to Ty Gibson. Gibson, check that, A.J. Cheeseman with the spin move and the bucket. 11-7, Hornets lead.
I tell you, Gibson dancing on the block there. That was a pretty nice move.
You know what? They only gave Crosby 2 on that last shot. It's a 10-7 lead. I think he had his toe on the line when he made it. Down at the other end, a pass knocked out of bounds. Hornets in the white uniforms with red numerals. Red Hornets on the front above their numbers as well. Maryland Eastern Shore in that dark maroon with silver numbers. They get it into John Crosby. With 7 seconds on the shot clock, kicks it out to Amir Bennett. He'll step into the foul circle. His shot is blocked by Phillip. Now the lead pass down, and Ty Gibson couldn't control it. Check that, A.J. Cheeseman couldn't control it. It went out of bounds off of his hand, and the Hornets got a break there. Yeah,
because that was definitely a steal and a breakaway layup there. Unfortunately, he threw it away. Hawks now showing a 2-3 zone, trapping with the top 2.
They've left Crosby alone. He'll step inside, drive into the lane, pass underneath Amir Bennett. Bennett is blocked, hard block. Then Janetto's there for a follow-up. His shot is deflected out of bounds. And we have the whistle here, and that'll be Kanan Bartley getting the foul. It's going to send Fahim Janetto to the line for the Hornets. And it's good to see him back in. January 4th, he made his first appearance in over a year. This will be his 7th game of the season.
Yeah, he has a really nice touch. He shoots it really well from behind the three-point line. He misses the first free throw here, though, tonight. But he shoots it well and has a really nice touch. So he's been playing well since returning.
Yeah, he had his season high in that game against Morgan State where he came back. Missed both shots there, though.
Which is rare.
Yeah. He had 13 against Morgan State in that comeback game. See if he can get close to that today. It's Kanan Bartley with the ball. They try to go inside to Cheeseman. Cheeseman saved it from going out of bounds, turned around, shot a three, missed it. Crosby grabbed it for the Hornets. Crosby will bring it down the right side, move toward the middle. Give it off to Janetto. Janetto goes inside to Bennett. Bennett drives inside the lane, steps back, throws up a weak one. Pinky Wiley was there just to grab on an errant shot and then put in a reverse layup. What a move by Pinky Wiley.
That was definitely a good play there by Pinky Wiley.
Drive to the basket, Gabriel Giamfi for the Hawks. 12-9 game, 15.5 minutes left in the first half. That move by Wiley looked like what he was doing all day Saturday. Jumper, nice shot by Amari Pete Green.
Playing with a lot of confidence. It's a nice mid-range off the bounce, Amari Pete Green.
Last couple of games haven't been his best either that we've seen this season, but he is a freshman. Here's Wiley trying to make a steal on a pass, but commits a foul. And we have a break in the action and a timeout. 15-12 left in the first half. Delaware State 14, UMES 9. Hornets basketball on HSRN, the voice of HBCU sports. Right now a 5-point lead, just under 5 minutes into this game. Trying to make it 2 in a row here and maybe advance a little bit in those MEAC standings or their situation in the MEAC, playing against Maryland Eastern Shore. The Hawks looking for their second MEAC win of the season against 5 losses.
Hornets playing a little 2-3 zone here.
Shot from three-point range misses by Kanan Bartley for UMES. Pinky Wiley gets the loose ball. They'll bring it down the left side. Looked like he wanted to go for 3. They got in his way. Janetto inside, looking for help, gets it out to Wiley, sends it out the center court to John Crosby. Crosby now, left-handed dribble, switches to the right side, back to the left. Good moves around the defender, and as he goes up for the shot from three-point range, he gets fouled. Will he go to the line for 3?
Phillips second, I believe.
Kanan Bartley got called for it. That's his second.
Is it
John
Barkley? I think it was Phillips.
No, they said Bartley.
They get ready to correct it. Hey, referee's actually going to the monitor now.
Okay. Well, the referee, as he was going over, I thought he was showing 3 fingers and not 5.
He did.
Yep. John Crosby's going to go to the line to shoot 3. And, yeah, they just corrected it. Good call, Coach.
Hey, looking at the monitor, Unless the referee also see that he didn't touch him.
They can't say,
What's this? Oh, my goodness.
Okay. Crosby to the line to shoot 3.
But we'll take it.
Yeah. And he's 76% from the line on the season. Missed that first shot. 84 out of 110 now on the year. See if he can make these next 2. UMES wants to make a substitution. Ty Gibson wants to get in the game. And I think Phillip will go out if he does. Crosby's second shot goes part way in and then comes back out. He misses 2 of the 3. You don't see that often.
Not at all. He's usually pretty consistent from the free throw line for sure.
Yes, 2 3-pointers and one that was almost a 3-pointer, but he had his toe on the line. Got that shot, so he is at 9 points on the game. Hornets up 15-9. Glenn Anderson brings it down, gets it to Marlon Adams. Adams goes left side now on a cross to Glenn Anderson. Anderson in the middle, left side to Bartley. Bartley gives it off to Adams. Adams back to Bartley. Bartley drives in the lane, right side, tries to go over top and gets one over Chris Sodom. That's pretty good. 15-11. Chris Sodom is in the game for Delaware State, and we're going to have a travel called on John Crosby as he turned around and went to pass it to Pinky Wiley and got his feet moving.
I tell you, Crosby was on a mission tonight. The last couple of outings, he's been well below his average. So
yeah,
you better know he's out to get it tonight.
Getting it early with 9 points so far. It's Bartley holding, giving it to Adams in the middle, back over to Bartley left side, and Miles Carter goes over to keep him from getting the open shot. Now from the right side on that right corner, it's Marlon Adams with 3. It's a 15-14 game here with 13:35 left in the half.
Yeah, Hawks playing a 2-3 zone here, sagging.
Hornets up by 1. Make it 4. Fahim Ginetto.
That's his shot. Top of the key there. He shoots that shot very consistently.
18-14 now. Hornets back in front by 4. Move to the middle. Ty Gibson, top of the key. He drops in 3. Oh, we're going to have a 3-point contest here.
Both teams are playing 2-3 zones, so who's going to miss?
18-17. Ginetto pulled up like he wanted to shoot the 3 at the top of the key, pulled it down, and then started forward. They got him for traveling.
Well, that's not what Ginetto does all that great, is put it on the deck to try to create a shot. He's more of a catch-and-shoot guy, and they end up catching and getting him for steps there.
Hawks want to take advantage of this possession and take the lead for the first time in the game. Well, actually, second time. They went out 5-0 to start. They want to get back into the lead. It's Adams sending it right side. Ahmad Frost for 3, and he hits it. Wow. 20-18. UMES goes up in front. Second lead change of the game. And we'll have an offensive foul on Delaware State. It'll be John Crosby called for the infraction, his first. That's the second team foul here in this first half. 12:38 left to go. And the Hawks have gone up by 2 here now. Delaware State's largest lead was 5. UMES led by 5 early in the game. Here's Frost sending it over to the left side to Adams. Adams inside layup. Had to put it up high over the 7'3" Chris Sodom, and he missed the shot as a result. They bring it down. Wiley. And now a whistle with action away from the ball. Let's see who this one
Gibson,
will be.
was it 2?
Ty Gibson for UMES gets called for the foul. 24 seconds remains on the shot clock. Delaware State will inbound the ball. Wiley looks for an open player. Why not? Just toss it into the big guy, Chris Sodom. He was right in front. He couldn't see over Sodom to see who was open, so he finally just tossed it to him. Here Crosby goes to the left side. Crosby pulls up, shoots, over top, missed. Scramble for the ball on the ground. Hawks get it. Adams pulls it away.
Kind of one of those 50-50s. Hawks come up with it.
Pass to Glenn Anderson. He brings it down now to the right side to Ahmad Frost. Back over to Adams on the left side. It's Gibson. Gibson in front of the Hornets bench. Now they tries to pass it in on Cheeseman, making a move to the basket. The ball tipped, knocked out of bounds, and a break in the action with 11:35 left in the first half. Hawks lead 20-18. Delaware State University basketball on HSRN. As always, the voice of HBCU sports. Points early in the game. Head coach Eric Skeeters trying to set his defense here as the Hawks put the ball in play to start it up again. Glenn Anderson, right side of the lane, tries to go over top. He's fouled by Trey Gross. Gross into the game. Making his made his first appearance on the basketball team December 16th against Delaware. He's played in 10 games. From the foul line, shot made.
No, they missed that. Anderson.
Yeah, okay, rolled off.
It touched every part of the rim, though.
It did, yeah. I looked away thinking it was in. Got that one, though. Glenn Anderson with a foul shot to make it 21-18. Three-point lead now for the Hawks. Hornets having to play from behind here. Miles Carter gets it off to the big guy, Chris Sodom. Sodom sets the pick outside for Crosby. Crosby left side of the lane, missed, gets his own follow-up. Sodom underneath, gets the rebound, and then he gets fouled. And that's where he is effective. He's going to get you the rebound, and even if he doesn't get the shot to go, he's going to get fouled.
Well, it's going to be a dunk, and they know that. If he gets his hands on it and he's standing directly underneath the basket, they know right away that it's a dunk. They're going to go to the monitor and see if whether that was an intentional foul here.
Yeah. It looked like the defender wrapped his arms around him. Ahmad Frost got called for the foul. And while the officials are looking at the monitor to see if that was a flagrant foul, we'll remind you that Thrive Physical Therapy in Middletown is a proud Well, it looks like it will be, as Chris Sodom is going to go to the line all by himself.
Because you definitely have to make a play at the basketball, and it was pretty obvious that he had no intentions on making a play on the ball.
Sodom's shot missed. They're saying it was Marlon Adams on the foul, and they say he has 2. Sodom missing both the foul shots.
He'll get better with time, you know. He's just trying to get his legs underneath himself, and also just to find some comfort. This is only his second game, third game?
Fourth.
Fourth game?
Yeah.
So, you know, and he's playing, they just kind of trying to bring him along a little at a time.
He's 0 for 5 from the line on the season. That's not what they expect from him, though. They really give him a beating inside. He's had to work hard against Walter Prevost. Now it's Miles Carter going around everybody. Shot for 3 by Trey Gross, misses. The ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Hornet ball with 10:51 left in the first half. Amir Bennett and Amari Pete Green come back in. Miles Carter and Chris Sodom go out. Now, if you're wondering where Chris Sodom came from, up until the time we saw on Saturday, he was listed as Chris Yannick on the roster. Pinky Wiley from the corner for 3. Hits off the rim, misses. Trey Gross underneath. He got it.
That's a big-time offensive rebound by Gross there. And stick back.
21-20, a 1-point lead now for the Hawks. As Trey Gross showed some of that toughness he has to have on the football field when he's trying to catch a pass. Underneath, they give trouble to Giamfi, but they get it into Giamfi, and he puts it into the basket. 23-20. Again, Hawks lead by 3.
Yeah, it's a little too easy, though.
It was.
Hawks are playing zone.
Crosby on the right side. Cross court to Wiley. Thought about 3. They closed in on him. Crosby go over top of everybody, and he drops it for 3. We're tied, 23 each, and Crosby with 12 points already in the game with 9:50 left in the first half. Could be a monster game for John Crosby at this rate. Gibson, right side. The ball gets away from Giamfi. He goes to the backcourt. They're going to get the backcourt. Oh, they called timeout. One official saying it's a backcourt violation. The other saying they got the timeout. What are they going to do?
It's going to go to backcourt violation. He came in and said he hit his foot.
Yeah, and it rolled into the backcourt. It'll be Hornet ball. Amir Bennett gets to the bench. Fahim Janetto back in. Omari Pete Green to inbound the ball. Pinky Wiley all by himself down in the corner in front of the Hawks bench like the forgotten man. I guess he would like to be the forgotten man if they can pass him the ball. Drive to the basket. Trey Gross with all body going in. No foul called until everybody went for the loose ball, and then we had a foul. And it'll be on Delaware State. Omari Pete Green. That's his first personal. 9:31 left in the half. We're tied at 23. Brian Arusha back in for the Hawks. Brings the ball down. Right side to Gibson. Left side now to Bartley. Bartley, top of the key, looking. Sends it right side to Giamfi. In the lane, it's stripped away from Walter Prevost. They go to the floor, and the Hornets take the ball away. They clear it out to Trey Gross, who gives it to Crosby. Crosby cross center court. Moves around to Janetto. Back to Janetto in the middle. Over to Wiley, left side. Wiley looking, setting. Now we'll move toward the middle. They'll double up on him. And that left Janetto alone by himself down on the left side.
That's a good shot. That's his shot. Catch and shoot.
Defense came out and followed Wiley, and Janetto slipped in there by himself. Got all alone and had the easy shot. They try to pass on the go to Gianfi, too far in front, out of bounds. Wiley with a good pass, though, to Fahim Janetto, who let that defense draw itself out there and left Janetto open. Pete Green drives down now for Delaware State on the left side, gives it to Crosby, back to Wiley, out on the logo at center court. 8:15 left in the half. Wiley now moves forward, over top to Janetto, to Crosby, inside. Crosby to the left side of the lane, tried to feed it to Janetto, just a little bit too far in front. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be a turnover to UMES.
Yeah, he's trying to do a bit much there at that time, but he had a great idea. Saw somebody open, was trying to get it to him off the bounce.
Gianfi, left side, drives inside, misses. Janetto grabs the loose ball. Wiley quickly down court. Back to Janetto, wants three. Off the front of the rim, loose ball comes out to Janetto. Then the pass gets tipped by Arusha. Lead pass on ahead, and the dunk by Kanan Bartley. Just a little bit on the sloppy side there by Delaware State.
Yeah, you got to take care of that basketball. Those are points you definitely don't want to give up.
Hornets up by one, 26-25, as we get to the 7.5-minute mark remaining in the first half. All by himself, right side. Amari Pete Green. You can tell from that reaction what happened there. He just hit a three. 29-25, Hornets up.
Yeah, Hawks is playing 2-3 zone, and they're trapping out of it, leaving wing shooters open.
Bartley now inside the foul circle, off the back of the rim. Loose ball. Ty Gibson looked like he might have hurt himself. He went down and couldn't get to the ball. Hornets got it, and we have a player down in the backcourt. It's Ty Gibson for UMES. And I don't know, it looks like he did something maybe to his left ankle as he came down.
Yeah, he kind of hurt himself there.
Yeah, he was all alone. It was not contact. It's just he came down and then started forward for a loose ball, and he went down with that injury. 6:59 remaining in the first half. Hornets up by 4, 29-25. Delaware State University basketball continues in a moment here on HSRN, the voice of HBCU sports. And Amari Pete Green will go to the foul line for Delaware State. Pete Green to shoot two. He's already been at the line, went 1 for 1. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, he's playing a lot better these days. Definitely with a lot more confidence and shooting it, shooting it very well.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes that freshman a little bit to get adjusted to the level of play in college ball as he makes both shots. giving him 9 points already in this first half. And the Hornets up now by 6, 31-25. That was a good trip to the line for Amari Pete Green. Marlon Adams gives off to Deshaun Phillip, who's been kind of silent for a while here. He got out the quick 5 points early. Inside Cheeseman. I thought he got an extra step there when the whistle blew. But
there's no doubt he tried. I thought it was double dribble, but because sometimes these young people, they pick the ball up off the bounce, which is still dribbling it.
Instead,
and then go back to dribble again.
Instead, they called Fahim Janetto for the foul. His first. Now look for three. Off the rim, won't go on the shot by Bartley. Hornets grab the loose one. Wiley brings it down, gives it off to Pete Green, top of the key. Dribbled between his legs, almost lost it. Went back and got it. Sends it over to Wiley on the left side, down to Janetto in the corner. Back out to Wiley. He looks. Calls the offense. Moves around to the center. Pulls back up. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Amir Bennett drives the left side of the lane. Goes up, puts it in. They're not going to call him for a travel.
It was a nice move there. He just got caught with a one step too many.
Yep, they got him. Turnover with a 6-point lead. Fahim Janetto having a good afternoon, though. 6 points so far in the game. But John Crosby leading all scorers with a dozen with 5:50 left in the first half. Step up inside and a jumper. It's good for Kanan Bartley. 31-27. Oh, all alone down in the corner. Amari Pete Green in and out on the three-point shot. Had a spin on it and wouldn't stay in the hoop. And the drive inside by Deshaun Phillip. He missed the shot. They send it on out to Marlon Adams. He drives inside, left-handed layup is good.
Giving up a layup there. That was tough there. Offensive rebound and the layup. Hawks are coming back into a 2-3 zone here, sending the top two people.
It's 31-29. And a foul on UMES. Marlon Adams, that's 2 for him. And it's going to send Amir Bennett to the line for Delaware State. Bennett on the season, 47-75 from the line. That's about 63%. And he gets that first one to bounce back off the front of the rim to the back of the rim and then in. Believe it or not, his first point of the game for Amir Bennett.
Yeah, he's kind of been in and out a bit tonight. I think Coach Skeeter has been a bit unpleased with his defensive effort, so it's kind of had him on the bench a bit.
Misses that second shot. It's rebounded by UMES. And the shot by Marlon Adams is blocked by Bennett. Miles Carter takes it down. Layup misses. Loose ball. Who's going to be it off of? And it'll be a UMES ball. The official taking a moment just to be sure of his call. 4:47 left in the half. Three-point lead for Delaware State right now. Miles Carter guards Glenn Anderson. Anderson at the logo. Looks, sends it left side. Bartley. Bartley drives inside on the left. His layup is blocked. And I think it was Carter on the block. Crosby will bring it down now for the Hornets. He'll pull up, top of the key, give it off to Bennett. Bennett looking for some help, gets it back out to Crosby as he steps back to the logo. Crosby goes right side, pulls up inside the arc, now gets it to Janetto, who's wide open off the front of the rim. Had the shot, just didn't have the range, missed it by an inch.
Yeah, that's his shot there. He typically makes that three-point across the top, the key there.
Bruce Guy sends it over to the right side Cheeseman drives inside and gets a shot off the glass and in.
I tell you, Cheeseman is a handful down there on that block.
He is. Goes 6'7", 215. He'll take up some space. The senior transfer from Gordon College. All alone, and the big dunk by Amir Bennett.
That's great passing, interior passing there by Janetto to Bennett for the dunk.
They needed that too because UMES had brought it down to a 1-point game. Now it's 34-31, back to a 3-point lead. Glenn Anderson tries to go inside. He gets pushed and goes down. We have a foul.
Miles Carter does a really good job putting tremendous pressure on the ball. That time, though, I think the ball handler was a bit out of control, but was still able to pick up the personal foul. Going into an immediate timeout now.
Yeah, we had the break in the action. Delaware State 34, UMES 31. Hornets basketball in just a moment on HSRN, the voice of HBCU sports. Bench. Big, strong effort there. Kansas City Chiefs fans still celebrating the Super Bowl, or you just want some ice cream? Good turnaround move by Cheeseman. Well, not so good as he traveled. He took a couple of steps before he put the ball on the floor. .313 left in the half. Hornets up by 3. Want to extend that lead before this half runs out here. They're in a game here with UMES. Long pass into Fahim Janetto. Hornets had a 2-on-2, and Janetto pulled up, gave it to Wiley. Wiley goes across, passes it off to Amir Bennett, and as he does, he gets fouled.
No, he got called for a charging foul.
Oh, okay. Pinky Wiley, that's his second personal, and it comes with 3:05. I was kind of screened by the official there and didn't see the contact.
Yeah, it was a good idea, though. He was trying to throw it over the top to Amir Bennett,
who was going to go for the dunk.
And he just couldn't stop his momentum there, and it just carried over into – and they were sitting there waiting, too. And so it was a great play by the Hawks. Unfortunately, Pinky didn't have quite the body control, wasn't playing off 2 feet. And floated right into him.
Had the big smile on his face as he went to the bench, gets a break here as Miles Carter comes back in. But the Hawks with the ball. Cheeseman on the right side to Frost. Shot missed. Janetto in there, working the boards really well. Now Crosby, right side, goes to the left-handed dribble, and as he goes past, he gets fouled.
Yeah, he's been very deliberate tonight about being aggressive, attacking the basket on every opportunity possible. I think he'll get a chance to go to the free throw line here. I think they're in the bonus, and they'll be in the bonus the rest of the half.
Ahmad Frost gets called for that one. And it's going to send Crosby to the line. He's been there already in this game. 1 of 3 from the foul line. He got fouled on a 3-point attempt and only made 1 of the 3 shots. This time, with a 1-and-1, he gets it.
That was a rare occasion.
Yeah.
He typically makes his free throws. I'm not exactly sure what was going on.
Mark your calendar.
Mark your calendar.
2:41 left in the half. And Crosby missing the second shot. It bounces around the rim.
It's making me look bad right now.
Yeah.
It's making me look bad. Sound bad.
You know, CJ would say it's your fault. Remember? Glenn Anderson gives it off to Kanan Bartley. Bartley pass to Frost. Ahmad Frost won it 3. Hit it off the back of the rim. Miles Carter drives through to Bennett. Bennett with the easy layup. But credit Miles Carter with a great assist there to make it 37-31. Now we have 2:05 left in the half. Glenn Anderson being just harassed by Miles Carter. Cheeseman inside, turns it around, and again, you have to keep a pivot foot, and he has failed to do that twice and comes out looking puzzled by the call.
Yeah, he's been dancing, using both feet, changing pivot foots, and they've been catching him quite often here.
Twice in a row they got him. Amari Pete Green gets it into John Crosby, who will bring it past the center court line. Over to Miles Carter, left side. Carter drives around to the right side, gives it to Crosby. Crosby moves to the middle, goes inside, got it loose a little bit, sends it out to Carter for 3. It bounces all around the rim, won't go. They send it out. Amari Pete Green, he steps up, takes a jumper. And Amari Pete Green has it, 39-31. Hornets let him come within 1, but now they've got 7 unanswered points. Yamphy over to Bartley. Bartley, baseline move. Looked like that was going to drop in and came back out. So the Hornets grabbed the loose one. Crosby now, left side, goes into the foul circle, and it's taken away by Cheeseman. Good move by Cheeseman to take it away. Gets it off to Ahmad Frost. They wanted the alley-oop, and Miles Carter went up high over Yamphy to knock the pass away.
Yeah, he showed a great deal of athleticism there, getting up and pretty much taking the idea of what they were trying to do, the lob for the easy 2.
He realized that alley-oop was coming. He was in front, and the 6'1" Miles Carter beat everybody on that play. Stopping the clock with 59.5 seconds left in the half. Arusha gets it into Ahmad Frost. He's at the top of the key, being guarded by Crosby. Left side to Bartley, and then the whistle. Something going on down the inside and underneath.
Yeah, you got a foul there on Ronald Lucas, kind of trying to uproot Cheeseman on the block there. Cheeseman be the beneficiary of a couple of free throws here. Some of his hard work on the block, but Lucas was definitely trying to deny him that opportunity.
Lucas didn't even play in the game on Saturday, so he's getting his first time in the game here with Cheeseman at the line now, and he misses the shot. He comes out, and Crosby hustles to it. Quickly down court, going past defenders, kicks it out. Miles Carter wants 3, hits off the rim, and then goes up high off the back of the backboard.
Yeah, Miles Carter's a good slasher, but sometimes he struggles with the three-pointer. But I tell you, he's not shy of stepping up and taking advantage of what opportunities are there for the three-point shot.
They came into the game 9 of 28 from outside the arc. That's 32%, and that's not too bad. But he missed that one. Cheeseman inside, and before he can make that spin move and get called for traveling again, he gets fouled. But he made the same move he's gotten called for twice before.
Yeah, but they, for whatever reason, haven't called it the last couple of times here. It's got to be pretty aggressive down there on that block. The Hawks are being very deliberate about putting the ball on the block and giving Cheeseman an opportunity to go to work.
And they got Fahim Janetto for the foul. Cheeseman, a 72% shooter. Makes the first one go.
Coach Skeety decides he want to ice him for this last shot here with a 30.4 seconds remaining.
So it's just going to be that short timeout. We'll keep it here. All natural gourmet chips with no MSG or gluten. That's Symphony Chips. Order yours. Seconds remaining in the first half. Delaware State with a 7-point lead, 39-32. Had a couple of lead changes in the game. UMES got out to a 5-0 lead, then Delaware State took over. Then UMES got back in front 20-18, and then the Hornets jumped back in front and have led ever since that. A lot of points off the bench for University of Maryland Eastern Shore. The last break we had, we got an updated stat sheet. They have more than 19 points off the bench. Cheeseman's shot is good. 39-33 now.
Hornets got to make sure they get a good shot here.
And we have just about less than a second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. That ball tipped away, stolen by Kanan Bartley, and he gets a layup over top of John Crosby.
Yeah, the one thing that you did want was a turnover.
39-35, and as they come down court, we have a whistle and a foul. Let's see what this one will be and who it will be on. Brian Arusha.
Yeah, it's not a smart foul there either.
That's 2 for him.
You know, because, you know, you in the bonus. You know, the Hornets are in the bonus, and you make a half-court foul almost 50 feet from the basket. Miles Carter gets the opportunity to go to the line and add 2.
Miles Carter at the line.
He misses the first free throw.
Missed that one. Carter's second shot is good. That's his first point of the game. Makes it 40-35. Eight seconds left in the half. Arusha trying to get around Omari Pete Green. And we'll have a foul called on Omari Pete Green.
Both teams in the bonus here, it looks as if. They don't have the bonus error on the scores table there for both teams.
No, but they said
both teams are, though.
The foul's on John Crosby, and that's 2 for him. Brian Arusha from the line hitting that one.
I tell you, this is 2 rare occasions here at the end of the half where both teams are committing fouls here, you know, and giving the teams, you know, both teams getting the opportunity to go to the free throw line and add points without any time expiring off the clock.
Arusha to shoot his second shot here from the foul line. Missing that one. Wiley goes up and gets it. Has to shoot it before the buzzer, puts it up, and it is high off the glass. Hornets will go to the locker room with a 4-point lead, 40-36 over Maryland Eastern Shore. Halftime coming up here, then we'll be back. This is Delaware State University basketball on HSRN, the voice of HBCU sports.
for you. Thank you very much. Can we give a round of applause, please? Congratulations to our winner. Everybody, this is your Hornet halftime show. Thank you. Yes, sir. Okay, Dr. Howard.
Green's been the guy today with 11.
He's played extremely well, extending back from when they played North Carolina A&T in Greensboro. He had 21 points in that outing, and it seemed like that's kind of really spurred him and got him moving in the right direction and playing with a great deal of confidence.
The official sponsors of HSRN, American Spirit, Federal Credit Union, Thrive Physical Therapy in Middletown, Symphony Potato Chips, Fred Drake Automotive, Cold Stone Creamery, and Magic City Tickets. Hornets with the ball to start the second half as Pinky Wiley brings it down court. Feeds underneath all by himself. Amir Bennett, easy layup. Nice way to start the second half. And Wiley with the good eyes right on that good feed. 46-32. They open up a 6-point lead off that easy layup for Bennett. It's Glenn Anderson on the right side for Maryland Eastern Shore. The Hawks get it over to Deshaun Phillips. He's been quiet. He got 5 points early and hasn't gotten anything since. Just missed 2 opportunities there. Threw up a third opportunity. It missed, and it finally comes out to John Crosby. 3 tries there by Phillip and couldn't get anything to go. He got the first 5 points of the game for UMES. It looked like he was going to dominate, and nothing since. Wiley goes right side to Janetto. Back to Wiley in the middle, top of the key. Looked like he wanted to shoot 3. Said, nah, I don't think so. I'll give it to Amir Bennett over here. And Bennett will go left side to Crosby in front of the bench. He comes back around, steps into the foul circle, passes to Fahim Janetto, but his foot slipped, and he got called for traveling.
Yeah.
Crosby asking the official, what did I do? And
2 steps.
Yeah.
Hop.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's the difference?
Whatever it was, the official didn't think it was within the rules. Cheeseman goes right side for Maryland Eastern Shore to Frost. Frost goes to Arusha underneath. He throws up a left-handed shot off the glass.
I'll tell you, Arusha with a circuit shot there.
42-38 as he gets 2. Now Wiley sets it up to the right side. Janetto, top of the key. They come out, challenge him. He steps forward inside the arc and drops it in for 2.
Janetto is stepping up. That's what they need.
44-38. We have 18-10 left in the game. Giamfi. They go inside to Cheeseman. Cheeseman got an extra step in there. They didn't get him that time as he dropped it in.
They tired of calling travel on Cheeseman.
Call it on every possession, just about. Wiley now with the ball, 44-40. Delaware State leads by 4. Bennett inside, lost the handle, tried to dribble it, and it got up too high. Maryland Eastern Shore took it away. Deshaun Phillip takes it inside, underneath, battle for the ball. Whistle blows, and it will be a foul. Looks like on Arusha. That's who they got. Brian Arusha with 3 personal fouls now, 17-34, still to go. Pinky Wiley will step away. Looked like they were going to inbound to him. He picked up 2 players, so John Crosby went down and took the inbound pass. Wiley picked up 2 defenders on that inbound. So Crosby said, let me help. I come down here. Don't worry about it. Crosby to Bennett. Bennett tried to go along the baseline. The pass was a little bit behind him. Now the pass to Crosby. Misses, and it'll go down to the other end and out of bounds. And that was a pass from Janetto. Crosby with
a turnover there. That's unfortunate because Janetto was trying to get it to Crosby.
The senior counsels the sophomore a little bit, but in the meantime, Ahmad Frost hits a 3. His second field goal of the game, both from 3-point range, and it's a 1-point game again, 44-43. Wiley makes his move inside, and as he does, he gets fouled. It'll be Glenn Anderson. That's his first, stopping the action with 16:53 to go. And resetting the shot clock for Delaware State to 20 seconds. Pinky sends it into Janetto, comes around Janetto, takes the ball back, right side to Janetto, back to Wiley, out in the middle. Wiley now slides to the right side, sends it to Janetto, top of the key. Crosby in front of the bench, left side, brings it around toward the middle. Dribbling with both hands, and steps inside and gets a 3-foot jumper.
I tell you, he's at his best when he's putting it on the deck, getting around that mid-range area.
46-43. Looking for 3 on the shot again by UMES, again by Ahmad Frost. He missed, and in the scramble for the ball, the Hawks came up with it. Anderson, they go down in the left corner to Phillip. He comes back out, and Wiley steps in front of a pass. The ball goes out of bounds. They'll say Pinky touched it last as the Hawks tried to catch up with Wiley and keep him from getting a breakaway. And Glenn Anderson stepping in front there.
Yeah, he almost got the steal. Pinky Wiley almost got the steal there.
Yeah. Good hustle by Pinky again. Gabriel Giamfi goes in, drives in, and gets fouled.
He must have been stepping on, He either standing in the arc or standing on top of it. Either way, he got called for the block there. They always like to try to see if you can get a charging foul in that situation.
That's Fahim Janetto with his third. 16:01 to go. And it's going to let Gabriel Giamfi go back to the foul line. I say back to the foul line. Hasn't been there in this game. But he hits his first shot. Not a good foul shooter by any stretch of the imagination. 41%. He's now 10 of 23 on the year. But if you come up for it with him at the right time, it doesn't matter what you did before, does it?
Not at all.
He could bring this back to a 1-point game with this shot.
Kind of in the moment situation here. If you can make him in that moment, hey.
Since the Hornets took the lead, UMES has been able to get within one a couple of times, missed the second shot, so it's 46-44, but then the Hornets have been able to pull away. They have to do it again here. Wiley on the left side in front of the bench. Over to Bennett in the middle, top of the key, to the right side. Amari Pete Green looking out to Crosby. Crosby off the pick by Sodom. Can't move forward though. Over to Wiley by himself. They close on him quickly because they know he can shoot it from there. He'll drive inside, layup off the glass, baseline. Oh yeah, Pinky Wiley.
That's a great lay by Pinky Wiley.
Only his second field goal of the game, but that was a good timing for that one. 48-44. Anderson now in trouble inside. Gets it over to Cheeseman. Cheeseman clears it. Sends it out to Giamfi. And they clear it out to Ahmad Frost. Frost, left-handed dribble, goes left side, steps just on the line of the arc. Shot missed, came off the rim to Sodom. He'll give it off to Crosby. Crosby working to the right side. Nice pass inside underneath to Amari Pete Green, but he wasn't able to make anything with it. And Amari Pete Green back over on the right side. Crosby, they left Wiley alone. He shot the three, came off the back of the rim and came out high. Hawks get the rebound. They'll bring it down. Phillip steps, passes back, and a three by Ahmad Frost. His third of the day, and it puts the Hawks back in front, 49-48.
Hawks playing 2-3 zone here in the half court.
Wiley goes into Bennett. Bennett to Pete Green. Pete Green. They gave him three on that one. He has 14 points today. 51-49. Hornets back in front. Amari Pete Green having a good afternoon here as well. Shot from down on the side by Frost. He wanted three again. Kind of kissed off the glass and run off the mark. Amari Pete Green. Good feed by Pinky Wiley. Wiley's not scoring, but he is really working the setups today.
I tell you what, that was a great pass by Pinky Wiley there, and an outstanding cut by Amari Pete Green going back door and finishing.
53-49, 12:50 to go. And again, they're going to give two.
Up, man.
Two to Ahmad Frost on that one. That's his first 2-point field goal. 53-51.
Yeah, Frost is heating up here.
And what happens when Frost heats up, it melts. Crosby right side, near the out of bounds line. He wants 3, and it's well off the mark. Hawks will grab the loose ball and take it down court. Anderson steps back to the logo, guarded by Crosby. Works to the right side, then gives it to Cheeseman in the foul circle. He tries to go around traffic, lost the ball, left it behind, but we have a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, a little delay on that call there, but he may have fouled him.
It's going to be Chris Sodom called for the foul and a timeout with 12-11 left in the game.
Take us into the media.
Hornets up by 2, 53-51. Delaware State basketball on HSR, and we are the voice of HBCU sports. Season on a Thursday, the 5th, at Howard. And then the MEAC tournament starts up on the 8th of March. We're getting down to the bottom part of the season here.
Yeah,
it's getting serious.
I'll tell you right now, the Hornets got to figure out they're playing 2-3 zone. Make sure Frost doesn't score a basket here.
Deshaun Phillips steps up top of the key, wants 3, won't go. And Chris Sodom goes over top of Amir Bennett. And that's the only time we've seen Bennett beaten on a rebound today. Bennett at 6'6" and Sodom at 7'2". It's all right if he beats Bennett on it. Miles Carter back to Bennett, top of the key. Left side, Wiley looking. Goes inside to Bennett. Bennett along the left side baseline, out to Wiley in front of the bench. 1 at 3, hit it off the rim, and it's grabbed by Deshaun Phillip for the Hawks. 2-point game right now with 11:20 to go. There's Marlon Adams on the right side now. He'll try to go through traffic. Doesn't happen. Loose ball. Miles Carter couldn't control it. It went out of bounds off of him, and the Hawks will get it back with 17 seconds still to go here in the game, or on the shot clock.
Somebody calling a timeout?
It looked like.
12-minute media.
Yeah, we have a media timeout here with 11:14 left in the game, and it's a 2-point lead for the Hornets, 53-51 over Maryland Eastern Shore. Delaware State University basketball continues on HSR in a moment. We're the voice of HBCU sports. shot by Glenn Anderson, and it misses, glances off of the rim, comes off to the Hornets. Wiley sends it down, sends it into the middle to Crosby. Crosby works to the right side, trying to work off a pick by Bennett. They leave Bennett open, though, and he'll take the pass. Now to the left side to Miles Carter. Carter back over to Crosby on the right. Crosby drives inside, pulls up, doesn't have a shot. Sends it inside to Carter. Carter, spin move, came up short on the shot, though. He has the move, but he doesn't have the shot when he makes that spin.
Short there.
Yeah. Marlon Adams works around. Adams goes inside, passes it on, back out, looking for three. High off the back of the rim, it doesn't go. And Chris Sodom tried to save it for the Hornets. And it'll be Hawks ball. Sodom just couldn't get there in time. And if he'd have left it alone, it might have been Hornets ball, but he tried to get it.
Just pick it up instead as opposed to trying to dribble it.
Tried to keep his foot in bounds and reach for the ball that had started to go out of bounds. Quite possibly it would have been Hornets ball had he just let it go. Kanan Bartley inside the arc. Jumper missing. And now we'll have a foul called on the Hawks. It'll be Walter Prevost. He hasn't had much time on the court, but he picks up his second foul. Every time he comes out, he gets a foul. 10:08 left to play as the clock begins to run. Still a 2-point lead for Delaware State. They just can't shake these Hawks. Crosby now. They double up on him near the center court line. Over top of the defender to Bennett. Bennett, top of the key, wants three. Doesn't go, comes on out. And it's Ahmad Frost grabbing the ball for the Hawks. He leaves it behind for Glenn Anderson. Back to Frost on the right side. Goes to Kanan Bartley. Bartley drives in. Layup is good, and we're tied.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure here. We got to figure out how to get a basket here. They're trying to take Crosby out of the game, trapping him on every situation here.
Bunch of empty possessions for Delaware State. Now Crosby leaves it behind for Wiley. Wiley on the logo. Drives to the left side, left-handed dribble. Inside. Sodom didn't get the basket, but he got fouled. And that could be good for UMES because Chris Sodom hasn't made a foul shot yet on the season. He went...
Well, it's good to see that Pinky Wiley actually was looking for Sodom because anytime he catches that ball near the basket there, you can almost guarantee it's a dunk. So let's see if he can convert on one of these free throws.
It's 0 for 5 on the season. Got it. That's his first point of the game, puts the Hornets back in front. We had gotten tied there at 53. We have 9:16 left on the clock.
Sodom says, what you talking about? I can shoot free throws.
Amir Bennett will go out. Fahim Janetto comes back in. We have Sodom and Amari Pete Green, John Crosby, Fahim Janetto, and Pinky Wiley on the court. Sodom's second shot missing. Hornets back in front by 1. Frost sends it left side to Adams. Adams goes over to Bartley. Bartley back over to Frost. Frost wants three, misses, comes out. Rebounded nicely by Walter Prevost for UMES. And they clear it out. They'll get another time around with it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Turn around. Ahmad Frost for 2. And UMES goes back in front, 55-54. Wiley now for Delaware State, as the Hornets have gone cold on shooting here for the last, say, 6 minutes of the game. About that. Wiley tries to set it up. Goes left side. Now goes inside. His shot deflected. He'll go to the line as he is fouled.
Well, that's what he does well. He does a great job of getting to the basket. And unfortunately, he didn't convert there, but he was able to get fouled. So let's see if he can go to the free throw line and convert these 2.
Marlon Adams has 4 fouls now. And Pinky Wiley at the line. And while he's there, Coach Eric Skeeters over there giving some instruction to Amari Pete Green and Fahim Janetto. Wiley hits the first shot. So back tied at 55. Slip the Hornets back in front with this shot. 8:17 to play. Knotted at 55.
Very much been a seesaw affair here.
Hornets led a lot of the time, but Wiley missed that second shot off the back of the rim. Came out to UMES. They have a chance to go back in front. Deshaun Phillip works it around the Cheeseman all the way to the right side. Frost gives it off. Anderson looking for some help. Ball knocked away from Phillip by Amari Pete Green. He gets it back. Phillip over top of everybody. Ball rolls around the rim and comes out to Crosby. Quickly down court. Wiley pulls up in the foul circle, takes the shot and missed. UMES gets that rebound. Saturday, that shot falls for Pinky Wiley. They send it down to Cheeseman, gets past him. Hornets try to get it. The loose ball is grabbed by Anderson for UMES. His shot misses. Inside, Giamfi sends it back outside. Another three-point try. Giamfi inside, clears it out to Frost. Frost almost had it taken away by Amari Pete Green. Another three-point try. Phillip misses.
Wow.
And the ball touched last by the Hornets. It will be Hawks' ball as it goes out of bounds with 7:11 left in the contest and a timeout. We're tied at 55. Hornets basketball comes back at you here in a moment on HSRN. We are, say it with me, the voice of HBCU sports.
Pick it up. Hornets got to pick it up right now. Hawks are digging.
6.5 minutes to play. Hawks go in front, 57-55. Crosby, jumper, off the rim, won't fall. Cheeseman rebounds. Inside to Arusha. Drive to the basket. He gets fouled. And we'll see who they're going to put this one on. John Crosby, giving him 3. He started out strong shooting. They've gotten him off his game a bit. He has 15 points, just 5 short of his average. Arusha with 3 points in the game, going to the line. Makes the first one, increases that lead. Carter coming back into the game for the Hornets. Arusha entering the contest was 3 for 4 from the charity stripe. Not many opportunities, but he made the best of both of those as he dropped 2 in. Makes it a 4-point Hawks lead, 59-55. Hornets had their work cut out for them now as they come down to the last 6:15.
Yeah, Hawks are putting a lot of pressure on here. They're showing full court pressure. 1-2-2 full court press here.
Miles Carter has to send it over to John Crosby. Crosby gets past the defenders, comes down, backs out to the logo. Crosby with a good move to get around the defenders. Now sets up the offense. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pete Green, right side. Looks for Carter. Carter wants three. Off the mark on the right. Arusha grabs the ball. Lead pass down to Giamfi. He drops it in. And he'll go to the... It's a 61-55 lead. And we have a timeout.
I tell you, the Hawks have been playing extremely hard, man. This is kind of like they took it into another gear here in the last couple of about 2.5 minutes. And
yeah.
I don't feel like the Hornets have matched their level of intensity, so they got to come out of this timeout and figure out how to regroup in this last 5 minutes and 40 seconds and put up the same amount of energy, but more importantly, find some scoring. Crosby has only scored 2 points since halftime. He has 15. He went into halftime with 13, and they just struggled scoring. Amari Pete Green has had a couple of baskets, but just collectively as a unit, they really haven't been able to put many points on the board. So let's see what Coach Skeeter's about to draw up right now, but he definitely needs something because he needs a basket.
Amari Pete Green, the leading scorer right now with 16 points. Crosby with 15. So they lead the scoring in this game. 3 players in double figures for UMES. With 13 points, you have Ahmad Frost coming off the bench, and then Cheeseman and Bartley each have 10. Celebration, or you just want some ice cream. Amari Pete Green with Pinky Wiley. Wiley at the logo being guarded by Arusha. Steps forward, moves up a couple of steps, holds, looking to Bennett. Bennett to Janetto, right side, Wiley. Wiley looks back to Crosby. Crosby very active, moving forward and backward. Back to Bennett. 2-second shot clock. Wiley goes past the defender, sends it up for 3, off the rim, won't go. Arusha grabs it, but got tapped, you want to say, by Amari Pete Green?
Yeah, that's not a smart foul right there. You're coming down the backstretch of the game, and that foul gets the opponent one foul closer to being in the bonus coming down the backstretch.
4th team foul here in the second half with 5:08 still to go. The Hawks up by 6. Giving the Hornets a tough game here. Deshaun Phillip down to Arusha in the left-hand side corner. Guarded by Wiley. He drives up to the lane, passes it off. Send it back out. Arusha outside the arc. Goes right side now to Gibson. Check that, Bartley. Now the shot by Phillip. Misses. Crosby rebound. Look out from behind. And Crosby senses the player, Deshaun Phillip, behind him.
It's a big shot right here.
Pete Green for 3 from the left side, missing. They clear it out, and quickly down court to Bartley. Bartley sends the alley-oop. It doesn't alley-oop, but it was off the mark. And when Gabriel Giamfi caught the ball, he stepped out of bounds before he could pass it in. They turn it over to Delaware State. Sometimes you try to get fancy, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, Hawks are showing a 1-2-2 press here, trying to just give the Hornets something to think about. Somebody's got to step up and make a play.
How about Bennett trying to go along the baseline as he does? He's fouled by Cheeseman. That'll be the first foul of the game on A.J. Cheeseman, the senior from Snellville, Georgia. Played at Gordon State College. That's a community college.
It's a good call. We'll take it. Pretty generous.
Actually, Cheeseman's been at 2 colleges previously. He started out at the University of New Orleans. Started out at Gordon State with the Highlanders in the Georgia Collegiate Athletic Conference as Bennett makes that important shot and makes it go in. And then Cheeseman transferred to the University of New Orleans, played a season for the Privateers, and now is at UMES. New Orleans in the Southland Conference.
Yeah, these are big free throws here. He needs this one as well.
And it missed. And it came out to Ahmad Frost. So the Hornets get one there, cut the deficit to 5, 61-56, 4:05 left on the clock. Arusha goes inside, passes it back out, looking for three on the shot. It comes up short to Cheeseman, comes right off the rim to Cheeseman. And as he turns around and goes to the basket, he gets fouled. And it will be Amir Bennett who gets his first personal foul. That'll be the 5th team foul, stopping the clock with 3:57 left in this game. And we have a timeout. 3:57 still to play. Hornets have to try to make a comeback here. And we'll see what they're able to do when we come back as well.
They got plenty of time.
Hornets basketball on HSR and the voice of HBCU sports. One chip. Ahmad Frost with the ball for the Hawks. He wants three, puts it up and in. No, they're only going to give him 2 on that. Toe on the line, but he has 15 points in the game. Makes it 63-56. Hornets now down by 7. Wiley blowing through, puts it up. Well, they count the basket. Count the basket. Give him 2. Good move, Pinky Wiley.
He's at his best when he's driving the ball to the basket. Has very, very good body control and a good, feel and sense for the rim.
Deshaun Phillip with the foul.
Has a chance to complete a traditional 3-point play here.
And Wiley is just a good shooter from anywhere on the floor for Delaware State. Hornets going to call a timeout here as coach wants to talk things over. And I think he wants to talk about transition after this basket or after this foul shot. Wiley coming into the game 24 of 37 from the charity stripe.
It looked as if they were going
65%.
It looked as if they were going, the officials were going to the monitor for something, so both coaches were trying to take advantage of the dead time on the floor and use it as a timeout, but he got them back out there right away.
Wiley is tied with John Crosby for 6th in the MEAC in assists, and he's had some good assists here today. He made that second shot go in too, and they needed that bucket. 63-59. Hornets within 4. 3:25 left on the clock. Arusha over on the right side to Phillip. They get it back out to Marlon Adams. Adams wants to give it to Arusha, and we're going to have a foul on Maryland Eastern Shore. That is what the Hornets needed. Marlon Adams.
Big possession right here.
Adams just fouled out with 3:13 left. So they won't worry about Marlon Adams anymore. He's going to go sit down for the rest of this game.
Lights out.
Yep, he's done. Wiley, right side. Out to Janetto, top of the key. Gives it off to Crosby on the left side. Crosby with instructions to Janetto, move inside. Janetto, baseline. Tried to go up with the ball, and what happens when you get it below your waist and you try to come up? Somebody knocks it out of your hands. Phillips from the right side. Shooting, missing. Giamfi came down with the ball, went down to the floor. He'll get called for traveling. Hornets ball with 2:46 left. And they've got to make up 4 points here. 63-59.
Yeah, it's getting here. They gotta get a basket. They have to have a basket here.
Yeah, have to have it on this possession. And it doesn't have to be a 3 either. 3 would make it interesting. But
yeah, there's plenty of time, though. They just need a basket.
It's not panic time. Janetto working with Crosby on the left side. Over to Wiley. He steps out to the Hornet logo in the middle. Now he moves forward. Looking. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Wiley moves around left side. Left-handed dribble. Inside to Crosby. Crosby backs in. Turnaround jumper. Off the rim. Won't go. It's Bennett inside. He gets the follow-up, and he gets fouled.
That's what they needed right there. That was a big-time offensive rebound stick back by Amir Bennett. Now he has to go and finish this three-point play here by making the free throw.
Amir Bennett averaging 11 points per game. Guess what he could do right here with this foul shot? He could hit right on his average. He has 10 so far. Get the Hornets within a point. Yes! Hit the back of the rim, went up high and dropped down in. And Amir Bennett reaches his average for the game of the season with 11 points. Now Arusha, they'll double up on him, and the Hawks will call timeout with 2:07 still to go.
Yeah, we're playing chess now. Each coach has got to figure out how, the Hornets has got to figure out how to come up with a stop. It'll be interesting to see whether or not they come out and change their defense to a zone or stay in man-to-man half court. On the other end of the ball, you got the Hawks. The Hawks got to figure out how to make a basket here. They only have a 1-point lead, and they know that they need some cushion. So what do you dial up? And you got to really draw up 2 plays because you don't know if the Hornets are going to change defenses on you right here.
Well, Saturday we had both the men and the women win convincingly. The women won today. The men trying to make it a repeat of Saturday here, but they're down by a point with just over 2 minutes left in the game. Now, after today, they go on the road. They'll be at Norfolk State Saturday and next Monday at South Carolina State. Back home against Florida A&M on the 15th and Bethune-Cookman on the 17th. We'll be here in Memorial Hall to bring you both of those games. And after the game, we'll have a chance to talk with head coach Eric Skeeters. And I'm sure he'll have some calm, rational opinions about what's happened in this game, huh?
They're pretty colorful opinions most of the time.
Yeah.
The least to say.
I'll tell you what, both of these coaches here, Eric Skeeters.
Emotions is on their sleeves.
Oh, yeah. Our coaches will let you know what they think, and they won't hesitate.
Let's see what the Hornets do here. Are they playing man-to-man? It looks like they're going to go man-to-man out of the timeout.
With Sean Phillip to handle the inbound pass from right in front of his bench. Sends it into Arusha. Arusha takes it around the left side. 15 seconds on the shot clock for the Hawks. Into Cheeseman. He backs up toward the lane and lost the ball. Right to Pinky Wiley. Here's Crosby. He'll drive inside. Slide. The shot rolls around the rim. Won't fall in, but Crosby's going to go to the line.
That was good defense there by Amir Bennett that last time on the defensive stance. Crosby was a bit out of control, but he got the benefit of the whistle. He'll get an opportunity to go to the line here. Let's see if he can make them. Put his team ahead one.
Gabriel Griamfi with his first foul of the game. John Crosby, 2 of 5 from the charity stripe this afternoon. Shooting 2. Boy, it got quiet.
ball game.
Until that ball dropped through, and you could tell what happened there. Now Crosby could put the Hornets in front with 1:49 left. Still plenty of time.
Let the pin drop.
You know, that is a pressure player. We saw it in that last second field goal to win against North Carolina Central as he puts the Hornets up 64-63. Low bounce pass to Ahmad Frost as he goes to the basket. Hornets get called for a reach-in foul. Waiting to see who they call the foul on. Crosby coming to defend on the inbound, pulled by the official back up. Well, you know, I gave him space. That's what he was saying. Phillip inside to Cheeseman. Layup and in.
Yeah, that was too easy right there.
65-64.
Right, we need a basket here. Need a good shot.
As they seesaw back and forth. Shot missed for Delaware State. Janetto grabs the loose ball before it goes out of bounds. Gets it to Wiley. Hornets bench calls timeout. Wiley was tied up on the side there against the sideline, and a good call by Coach Eric Skeeters to save his player.
Yeah, that's a good call.
15 left in the game. It's going to go down to the wire, Coach.
I mean, you can't ask for anything better, you know. Right now, Coach Skeeter's got 16 seconds on the shot clock. He's got to dial up something to get his best player the ball and an opportunity to make a play for him. Who else should get the ball other than John Crosby at this point in time?
He has 17. Amari Pete Green with 16 on the day, and Amir Bennett with 11.
But I would definitely have it be something where he gets an opportunity to put it on the deck and possibly even get all the way to the basket, if not pull up short in the mid-range area and take his little mid-range shot.
Of course, you know what Crosby did on that last effort? He didn't really have a good shot. He just went in there and forced them to foul him.
Exactly.
The ball rolled around the rim.
Yeah.
He might have gotten the bucket, but he got to go to the line and put a point up.
And something very similar to that has to happen now because you only got 16 seconds. But the ball is being taken out in a really awkward spot on the court right now. You got that short corner on the side out of bounds here, which is a really, really awkward place to take the ball out of bounds. So first you got to get the ball in bounds. And then after that, you got to make sure you get the ball in your playmaker's hands and give him an opportunity to make a play for you.
And that defense will try to trap you against the sideline.
The Hawks look like they're going to be playing man-to-man. They're taking the ball out.
Out the backcourt, yeah.
Yeah, out of bounds underneath.
On the baseline. Wiley to toss it into Crosby. Crosby moves around toward the middle.
You got your best player here with the ball.
Left side of the foul circle, lets the defender go by. Takes
the
easy jumper and gets it. Hornets back in front, 66-65. Less than a minute left to play. Frost. Hawks looking for three. Missing. And going up to catch the pass, Trey Gross getting the rebound. Looked like the wide receiver that he is as he went up high to pull the ball in. Now Wiley comes around the right side. Goes to Janetto in the corner. Back out to Wiley and on the right side to Crosby. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Crosby looks up. Works to the right side. Goes through defenders. Janetto, right corner, off the rim, won't go. Hawks ball. Arusha comes down. Dribbles left hand. Goes past with the left hand. Inside, underneath. Shot blocked. And then the ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to call a foul on Fahim Janetto. Contact with the body on that shot by Gabriel Bianfi.
I tell you, it's a madhouse in here. You can barely even hear the whistle. You can barely even hear the whistle.
13.3 seconds left in the game. Fahim Janetto called for his fourth foul, and it's going to send Bianfi to the foul line. 1 for 2 from that strike today. Hornets up by 1. So even if Bianfi makes both here, the Hornets have time to take it down court and get a good shot.
Oh, no doubt. 13.3 is more than enough time here. I'm trying to figure out what the delay is right now. What's the delay?
I don't know.
Okay, here we go.
Now the official's saying he's going to shoot 2. And the Hornets fans not giving him any quiet to shoot with. Giamfi's first shot is good.
Ice cold water
He has
in your veins.
10 points on the day.
Tie ball game. Coach Skeeter wants to ice the shooter.
Well, he also wants to set things up if Giamfi misses this shot and the Hornets rebound it. Yeah, what's going to happen here?
Well,
If
here
they
we
get
go.
the
Right,
rebound.
you got a situation here. You got one more free throw. If he makes the free throw, or 2 points to win the game. However, you got to make sure you secure the rebound, because if he misses the free throw, you got to make sure you secure the rebound. If I'm Coach Skeeter right now, I got to draw up a play once again for my best player to have the ball with 13.3 remaining and basically give him some space to operate, opportunity to drive, if not to be able to pull up in the mid-range and take the shots that he makes best, which is the mid-range shot. But also to have at least a shooter one pass off just in case they try to double team it. Because my guess, if I'm the Hawks, I'm going to try to make sure that I run a trap at him to make sure he gives the ball up and force someone else have to step up and make a play for you right now.
It's tough to decide who you're going to double up on. Naturally, you think John Crosby, but Amir Bennett, he's been out there doing it today. He has 11, and he could find the range as well.
But everybody's not built for the moment. So you got to make somebody step up and make a play who's not customarily in that position and, you know, who's built for it.
Bennett with experience. He's a junior. Amari Pete Green, he's had a good day, 16 points, but he's a freshman. So you want to go maybe to somebody with a little more experience.
He makes the free throw.
And it puts the Hawks up 67-66.
Hawks make a substitution here to slow the clock down, set his defense, which is a really smart move.
Expect some pressure here in the backcourt by the Hawks too.
Crosby has hit a game winner before.
And he had less time to take it down the court. What did he have? 7 seconds on that last one, I think.
This is not a new place for him. Here we go.
They'll inbound it to Crosby. They'll come past Giamfi. Right side. Drive inside. Take the jumper. It's off the rim. Loose ball. Scramble for the ball. We have a jump ball.
Got a jump ball. Possession error in Maryland Eastern Shore.
And that the Hawks will get the ball with 4.6 seconds left. The Hornets need a steal here on the inbound.
How many timeouts here?
Hornets have, is that 4 timeouts or 1?
Looks like 1.
My glasses are failing me. Hawks have 2, 3.
3. I don't know why you wouldn't use 1 here. It doesn't make sense.
Hornets may have to go for that fast foul too as they get it into Cheeseman. And that's what they did. They immediately fouled Cheeseman. 2 seconds left. Trey Gross committing the foul. Had plenty to give. Cheeseman goes to the line. And the last time there, he put the Hawks back in the lead. He could sew the game up right here.
Yeah, well, it'll still be a one-possession game here. You only got the Hawks are leading by 1. Should he makes both of these, you only have a 3-point deficit. So the challenge is 2 seconds remaining. If I'm Coach Skeeter, if he makes the second free throw, I'm calling a timeout right away to set up something that where I can make a throw the distance of the court and maybe a catch and a shoot shot at that point. But
officials took a look at the monitor there, a replay of that foul. I don't know what they were looking for.
They're probably trying to confirm that the time is correct. It was initially 4.6.
Well, it went down to 2 seconds. They just put a second back on, so 3 seconds left in the game.
So that's basically what they were looking at the monitor for. However, at this point, you're still looking at a one possession game either way, whether he makes 1 or whether he makes both of them. But if he makes the second one, and most coaches will tell you, when you only got 2 seconds left like this right here, and it's a 2-shot foul, they will instruct their player, make the first free throw, but miss the second one. But miss the second one because it doesn't give them a chance to set or a chance for you to get a timeout into play.
Trey Gross and Amir Bennett go out for the Hornets. Miles Carter, Pinky Wiley, John Crosby, Amari Pete Green, and Fahim Janetto are on the court right now for Delaware State. Cheeseman's first shot is good.
So a miss here, if by chance the Hawks miss, it really just takes out of play opportunity for Coach Skeeter to call a timeout, and they got to make a play here with 3 seconds remaining.
Cheeseman's second shot off the back of the rim. Amari Pete Green gets it. Crosby, long shot, doesn't go, and the Hawks will come away with a 2-point win. A good contest here and a great effort by Delaware State, but they got outplayed here late in the second half by the University of Maryland Eastern Shore.
Yeah, they definitely. I thought the Hawks had there probably about a good 4 or 5 minute stretch there, about the middle of the second half, where they just really played played much harder. And that's so unfortunate because you hate to let these get away on your home court here.
Coach Eric Skeeter's joining us here.
Say
and
again.
Coach, that was a pretty tough contest. Yes, exactly what you expect in the MEAC.
Rival, the battle to the end.
Yeah.
To the end, little things. All throughout the game. Free throws in the first half, rebounding in the second half.
Down the stretch, hard to get some baskets too.
Yeah. Got a little stagnant. Double team, playing out of pressure.
Yeah.
Take one guy away, we got to stay in the flow.
Yeah, it looked like they were really they were very intentional about trying to not let Crosby be the difference in the game tonight. They ran a bunch of double teams at him. And again, it's one of these nights where you're looking for someone else to step up, a couple of someones to step up.
Stay in the flow. Stay in the flow. When they take one thing away, we still got 4 more options.
What did you think? I'm sorry, go
He
ahead.
still gave you 19.
No, I had a great night.
Yeah.
But others, it's 5 guys out there on the floor. It's a team. He shared it. Got to make plays. We had a couple opportunities there we didn't capitalize on. Got a couple good looks. Fahim in the post. Shark wide open 3. Like, we got some good shots moving the ball.
What did you
Shots
do?
weren't falling.
What did you do to kind of resurge and try to get your kids refocused and to pick their energy up? Because I thought there was about a good 4 minute, 5 minute stretch where they kind of out hustled you and played a little harder there for a little small stretch of the game in the second half.
But listen, credit to Eastern Shore. Credit to them. They made some plays. Guy made number 11 made some tough shots tonight. I don't know his name.
Frost.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
He stepped up big for him. Freshman came out with a lot of energy for him, number 5. Listen, I mean, they give them credit.
Yeah, Deshaun Phillip, he got the first 5 points of the game and then nothing after that.
Yeah.
Looked like he was going to run away with it.
He had and one thing about a league play, a conference play, a league game, it's always a battle.
Oh, no doubt.
To the end. A battle to the end. And just sure they got the last bounce.
Let me ask you, what was your plan there? There was 3 seconds remaining, and you had the guy at the free throw line.
We're trying to get him to the basket. We're trying to get him going to the basket. We had a couple set plays, we didn't have any more timeouts left, so we're trying to get John. He might have one more dribble to get a shot off.
Okay, yeah, because I said it was 3 seconds, and in most cases, coaches would tell that kid to miss the second shot so that you get a long bounce or whatnot, and you're not able to get a timeout.
Exactly.
In that
we were out of
situation.
timeouts. That's what we had it set in. Well, I'm going to tell you the play call, but John and Pinky getting up the floor, we should have got a better look.
I have to tell you, that look he had tonight was very much like the look he made against North Carolina Central.
Exactly.
Just about the same spot.
Same things make you laugh, make you cry.
Well,
He said a
19
mouthful
from
with that.
John Crosby tonight, 16 from Amari Pete Green, good effort by the freshman, and 11 by Amir Bennett.
Hey, guys.
Coach looking at the stats.
Yeah, it
here.
was a good night. But I tell you this, they're getting better, Coach. They're getting
they're
better.
fighting. They're fighting.
They're getting better, man. It looked like you're getting more comfortable with your rotation and the kids you want to play in certain situations.
Exactly.
And I really believe, man, I really believe that you guys got an opportunity to make a tremendous surge here down the backstretch. And people be surprised, but I like what you're doing, man.
Played the toughest team in the league early. Didn't know A&T was going to be that good this early. And they've proven to be one of the better teams in the league. Them and Central on the top of the half of the league. So we battled. Credit to Eastern Shore. They did a great job. Free throws, we got to get in and shoot free throws.
Hey, stay at it, man.
Thanks,
Stay
guys.
at it, man.
All right.
Stay at it, because you know they're getting better.
Thanks, guys.
All right,
All
we'll
righty.
see you in a couple of weeks again.
You got it.
Thank you, Coach Eric Skeeters. Always gracious. Win or lose, he'll come and spend some time talking with us. And always gives us a good, strong opinion. And he's positive. He's positive. This team has a lot left in it. 9 games left in the season, and we'll bring you the last 7 here on HSRN.
Yeah, you got to be optimistic, though. You definitely got to be optimistic.